Hear me out here for a second. I need to hash some things out, and rarely do things shake me up nowadays because at this point, nothing is surprising. I was listening to a guy this week. He said something very profound. We don't know when we are. Now, that's a very profound statement, as simple as it may seem. A lot of people, they don't even know where they are. They think that they're floating out in outer space somewhere on a spinning ball, and they're clueless as to where they live. We don't know where we are, and we don't know when we are. We've been told that we're in the year 2024, but who's to really say? I mean, we've been lied to about everything else. We just have to trust them, right? That we're in the year 2024. But when you go into like these ancient cultures and stuff like that, they used to be able to tell time with the shell of a turtle. And on the shell of a turtle, there's 13 big squares, or whatever you want to call it, on the outside. And then there's 28 smaller ones around that. And so really, we're supposed to have 13 months with 28 days. 28 days matches a woman's cycle, and also 13 moon cycles. And this all makes sense. What have they done? The enemy, your adversary, is doing everything to try to confuse you that you don't have a clue about anything. And it's very interesting to just ponder, when are we? I mean, that sounds like a crazy question, but there's a lot of these old coins where there's an I in front of the number. So like say I 700, and that's supposed to be the year 700, right? But eventually they change that I to a 1. So now it's 1700. This is just very mind-boggling, and this is as big as the whole globe lie. It's as big as that, I would say, where we don't even know what time we're living in. And this is huge, like with even biblical prophecies, not exactly knowing where you are on the timeline. And I know a lot of people will say, it's obvious, we can see Revelation just unfolding right before our eyes. It's obvious, you could see the signs. And they're getting ready to build the third temple, and they got the red heifers ready. Well, what if them building a third temple means absolutely nothing concerning prophecy? What I'm getting at that is, a lot of people read the book of Daniel as, you got these 70 weeks, right? But you got the 69, and then you wait however many hundreds of years for that 70th week to be fulfilled. But what if you just read it all the way through? Why do you got to skip a week? In that passage, they are wanting to attribute those verses to Antichrist. He's going to make the sacrifices and the oblations to cease, right? Because obviously we need a third temple, right? We need a third temple because the second temple was destroyed. And so obviously we need to build a third one so that we can have sacrifices again, right? But what if we read that straight through? Christ, when he died, did he not cause the sacrifices to cease? Why do we need to recreate a third temple so that they could start sacrificing again in order to stop sacrificing? Because Antichrist is going to come in and he's going to be the one. Why? Our enemy is a lot older and with more wisdom than we are. A lot of us here aren't even 50 years old. And Satan, the dragon, whatever you want to call him, has been around since creation. He's very deceitful. It says that he shall change times and seasons. Has he not done that? To have us utterly confused about everything, to where we don't even know where we are in our timeline. We don't know where we are. We think we're on a spinning ball. And we don't even know when we are. Let me know what you think in the comments and if we should continue this discussion.